What's up, guys? So I had the American cowboy, Aaron Plessinger, on the show with me today. We talked about all sorts of stuff. He told me how he became the cowboy. He wasn't always a cowboy, he's just kind of morphed into that. He told me what Alden thinks about him chugging beers after races. I asked him how he gets along so well with teammates and who was his favorite. I got his thoughts on the SMX and having to race 3 more races, and also the point system, single, double, triple. And then he let me know he wants to be on the Destinations team. He wants to show Europe that he can do 2 motos, as he said, like a man. We get into all that and much more. First, I want to thank the Coach Rob podcast. Check that out. Epic Garage Designs. You guys know their garages. They're insanely cool. Ride Strapped. Get your goggles, get your shirts, get your privateer shirts, whatever you want at ridestrapped.com. And Precision Transport, the best trucking company you'll probably ever deal with. And a special thanks to all the members who've joined up. I appreciate it. I definitely need the help. And what I'm going to start doing is randomly just picking a member who's joined and just promoting your channel at the end. So stay tuned for that. And also, members, you'll know you're getting this video before everybody else. I'll probably release this to everyone else a day or 2 after I post it. Thanks, guys. Let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, guys. So I'm with the original cowboy, Aaron Plessinger. What's happening, dude?
Oh, not too much, man. We just got off a 4-week long race streak, and yeah, we came down to the beach to catch some rays before heading to Unadilla.
So how would you rate your season so far?
Yeah, I mean it's been really good. Man, if I could, go back and try to fix one race, I think it would be Colorado. I think that's where, Colorado and another one I would try to fix. Another one. I'm drawing a blank right now, but no, yeah, I wish I could have those 2 back, but at the same time, like, I've been riding so good, and like I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun, and I don't know, it's been one of my best outdoor seasons so far, and I've gotten 3 podiums so far, and it's trending upwards. All I got to do is keep it on 2 and not stall the bike, and and I'm keeping up there. So I'm really happy with my riding this year, and yeah, it's been unreal, with my teammate, and hearing the fans cheer for me is pretty cool.
So I gotta ask your teammate, man, 2 motos this year. You've looked like you had them in the bag, and he straight up stole that one at Hangtown from you, and then he got you at Washougal when you stalled it. Is it awkward at the truck after? Do you like, come on, Chase, can you not necessarily let me win, but can you just not go 1,000%?
No, like it's all fun with me and Chase. He was at Washougal in the morning. He was talking so much crap that he was gonna whole shot. He feels too good not to whole shot. And I was like, look here, dude, you're gonna have to beat me to the first turn. All right. And that's not an easy task. And when we got back to the track, when we got back to the truck after that, I was like, still didn't beat me the first corner. But no, it's all fun with me and Chase. It's nothing ever is awkward. I've known him for a long time, so it's just 2 buddies racing dirt bikes. So it's a lot of fun.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen you around a teammate that you didn't get along with, and that's not the same for everybody. So who's your favorite teammate?
Oh man, they're all pretty good, but I would say the one that I had the most fun, like at the truck with, I would say Barsha. Yeah, me and him, dude, me and him goofed around. Me and him, we have a lot of the same mentality, so it is a lot of fun. And now he has a kid, and Man, we just hang out all the time now. I mean, well, when he was at the races, we hung out all the time. But now that he's in recovery, I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, so it's been a little on the boring side. But I got chased to bring it up. But no, I'd say favorite one to date is Barsha.
Okay, so you've been on the key for 2.5 years and also in the Baker factory. Now, last week on the cool down lap, you slammed a beer. How's the Baker factory? And did he have any comments about the beer?
Ah, I weighed in a little heavier this week, and he goes, probably from all that beer you drank after the race. And but nah, Alden's cool. Alden's awesome. Me and him get along really, really good, and we joke back and forth, and he knows my wild style. So he gives me a little bit of leniency here and there.
So, speaking of that wild style, I remember you in the 250s and doing interviews when you had short hair. When did the cowboy thing, has it always been there and you just had to hide it, or where did this come from?
Um, I always grew my hair out long, and then I would buzz it off during the summer. And that was like a trend for me for like so long. I never got like an actual haircut. I just got buzz, and then in 21, I was growing it out, and I had been growing it out for a while. And I decided that I wasn't gonna cut it, and then I was gonna shave the mustache in for Daytona. And at Daytona is when I got my first 450 podium. And then fast forward to, I think we went to Dallas. We went to Dallas at some point in that season. We had the two races there, three races there, whatever it was. But they the film guys, the opening ceremonies guys, and they came to me and was like, "Hey, there's a boot barn down the road," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go get some boots, whatever." And and they were like, at that point, they were like, "You want to get a cowboy hat?" And I was like, "Might as well, right? We're in Dallas, whatever." And and then it turned into this big thing, like, "Oh, how's AP, shop for a cowboy hat? Like, what's your deal?" And I was like, shoot, I don't know. Like, it's been forever since I got a cowboy hat." And then at that point, it was almost like after I wore it in opening ceremonies that next race, and after that, it kind of just took off. Like, it kind of just took off, and then I started wearing the cowboy hat in the opening ceremonies, and then you know accumulated a bunch of cowboy hats now, and it's like it kind of just snowballed into what it is now. It's like buying that one cowboy hat, and
Uh,
and and having however many people call me cowboy. It's like it's grew itself.
dude,
And
yeah, you fit the bill absolutely. Now, this sport is a little bit uptight from time to time, and they like to have a certain image they represent. How did it go over when you went to KTM and said, "Hey, can we put a logo on a cowboy hat?" Did that go over smooth, or did that take a little convincing to get them to let you do that?
oh, dude, they were all about it. I was, yeah, like when I signed with KTM, I was a little scared. Excuse me. I was a little scared because I knew Alden, he likes everything pretty professional and, straight. So I thought he was gonna make me cut my hair. And he throws little things in there. He's like, you wouldn't get so hot if you had a, shaved head or whatever. And no, but I thought he was gonna make me cut my hair, and I was really nervous. And then they came to me and they were like, "Dude, I mean, we definitely signed you because you're fast on a dirt bike, but we also signed you because of who you are. Like, we don't want you to change who you are just because you're coming here. So whatever you need to do to be you, just do it. And yeah, I mean, Red Bull hit me up about doing a um embroidered cowboy hat like before I even spoke to them. They were like, that was almost like the first call. And that was cool with them. And obviously KTM took it upon themselves to, you know, get me a patch and put it on that the other cowboy hats. And man, everything flowed nice and smooth. And they did they pretty much did everything for me without, you know, without even second guessing it.
Dude, that's really cool. That's awesome. So we got 3 rounds left. One of them is Iron Man. Now, that is one of your favorite tracks, right? Are you kind of circling that one on the calendar?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't or I didn't every single year it comes around because man, it's that's one of my favorite races, not only because of location, but man, I have so many friends and family that go to that race and I haven't been able to make it home, you know, much in the past few years. So that's really the only place I get to see them is in Ironman. So, you know, the track is awesome. Uh it's just a cool vibe every time I go there and yeah, it's a good time. So yeah, I'm definitely circling that one for sure.
Now, a lot of times guys will call it the hometown disadvantage because when you do go to home like Levi Kitchen did last week, you got to entertain everybody. Is that an issue with you at all, or do you just actually embrace it?
No, I really embrace it. You know, I obviously before the races and before everything goes down, I don't I don't go out and, you know, hang out a lot. Um, which that's what everybody would want me to do, but no, I try to keep it really straightforward there and I'm there to race and everybody knows that in my, you know, in my corner. So I just try to keep focused, keep everything, you know, on the straight and narrow before the race and then after the race is when I take the time to, you know, hang out and say what's up to everybody and you know, I'll if somebody comes up before the races, you know, I'll stand out there and talk for a while. But still it's a race day, so I gotta, you know, keep in line and keep in focus. But no, it's never really been a problem for me going back to Ironman because man, I just love that track so much. It's the dirt and the hills and just everything. I mean, I did like the old layout, the 2015, 2016 layout, a lot better, but they've put fences where where the track used to go, so you can't really change it now. So, but that's it's one of my favorite tracks on the circuit for sure.
Okay, so then we finish up, and typically, up until last year, Ironman was the end. What are your thoughts on the SMX? Like, I've heard a lot of guys excited about the last 3. I've heard people say like, "Oh man, 3 more." But then you got a champion, like a big championship you can win with single, double, triple points. What are your thoughts? Are you stoked on it? Or are you kind of like, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I am definitely stoked on it. To come up with that kind of money is crazy in itself, and I was very skeptical last year, being it was the first year and we were going to these tracks and we not really sure what was going to go on. But as we got into it, it was actually a lot of fun. And like I'm I'm bummed we're not going back to Chicago this year because that was my favorite race. I mean, that was such a cool race and um yeah, even though I got fourth, I had the most fun there. But I think I think I don't know. I'm excited for him this year, I think. It just adds a lot to the season though. Like I can see how a lot of people are not like pumped that we have to go racing 3 more times, but in return you get, you know, I think 22nd place or 21st place gets $25,000 or something like that. So, yeah, there's a lot of money to be made in this SMX, and I think, we all should be pretty grateful that they came up with this money and they're willing to put it out there for us.
Definitely. And I like it. And as a fan, I think the single, double, triple points, it really does throw a curveball. So, like, you could just have one good round. And if it's the third round, you might end up with that plate all next year. And having that plate, that's a flex on somebody. What do you think of the single, double, triple?
Yeah, it is pretty wild, if it plays out in your favor. Yeah, like you said, you could have two okay races in the first one and then or the first two, and then that third one, have a breakout ride, and then, your teammates or your competition not have a very good round at all, and you could find yourself right there. That is a really, really exciting factor, and it keeps you on edge for sure. It keeps everybody on edge, and no, I said last year it's going to make for some very very contact driven racing. So yeah, we didn't make too much contact last year, but I know that this year with everything on the table, I think it's gonna come to blows.
Yeah, well, and the way that lines up, I look at a guy like you, a guy like Malcolm, who has the speed, who hasn't had a season. I mean, you get on a roll, this very well, you could be using that. And tell me that it wouldn't be cool all next year to have that different color plate just kind of flex on everyone.
Yeah, it would look pretty wild to have purple and yellow on a KTM, but hey, I'll if that's the case, if that's what I have to do, to get that SMX championship, I'll sacrifice it.
Well, anything else you want to get off your chest, Aaron?
No, man, I think we're good, and I'm just looking forward to coming out swinging at Unadilla. I'd sure like to win one of these things without, without my teammate blowing by me or without me stalling it. So Unadilla, I think, is a good start for that. I love that track, and man, I'm just feeling good. I'm just having fun. I'm hoping a lot of people show up to Unadilla and make it loud like it has been the last few rounds. It's been crazy. I think if somebody brought one of them decibel meters or sound meters, I think they'd pop through the roof on when I come up to the podium. So that's been a lot of fun. So I'm just having fun. I'm ready to get these last three done with and head on to SMX.
Yeah, and I'm guessing if you have a good round from here on out, I think there's going to be beers lining the fence trying to get you to drink with them. So,
Hey, I'm ready for that. And I'm ready to hear their the AMA's not prediction, but I'm ready to hear the AMA's choices on who's going to England or not. So
oh yeah, so you hoping to get on that team?
I mean, I would love to. Last year I need to get a little more redemption for last year. I had a good first moto and a horrid second moto, so I need to get back there and show them I can do two motos overseas like a real man.
If we can get your teammate Chase, you Chase and Hayden Deegan, we got a strong team, my man.
Oh, dude, we got a bitchin' team. That would be really, really good.
Awesome. Well, hey, I don't want to keep you any longer. Thank you so much for the time, Aaron, and enjoy the rest of your time off. And I'll see you at Unadilla, brother.
All righty, that sounds good, Chris. I appreciate you having me on.